Guys, welcome back. I am so excited about today's video because my Kaleidos order finally came. I picked up a few of the things from their latest collection. This is the Fresh Fantasy collection. So if you're interested in hearing my initial thoughts, seeing how these apply to the skin, stick around. We are going to get started in just a moment. But before we do, if you're new here, hi, I'm Annie. I'm a 40-something lover of color who believes you can have fun with color at any age. If that sounds fun or interesting, if you'd like to see a little more color on your timeline, if you love colorful makeup and indie makeup as much as I do, as much as I know all of my subscribers here do, I'd love it if you would subscribe below. Do keep in mind, I am not a trained makeup artist. I am just someone who really loves to play with and talk about makeup, especially when it's indie makeup, and has exactly one person in her life who is at all willing to listen to her blather on about it. So here I am. All right, so like I said, I picked up some of the pieces from the new collection from Kaleidos, the Fresh Fantasy collection. I almost bought the whole collection in that cute little suitcase and everything. And then I just almost bought the suitcase on its own. And then I said to myself, what are you going to do with all that? First of all, it came with 3 bronzing palettes. Or contour palettes. I chose the Cool and Light, which is the lightest one. What would I do with a medium and a dark? Nothing. That's what I would do with them. Nothing. I didn't need them, so I didn't buy them. Hooray me. I cannot say the same about some other things. So yay me. Chalk one up for self-restraint. So yes, like I said, I did pick up the Cool and Light contour palette. We'll talk about this in just a moment. And then I did pick up both of the eyeshadow palettes, both the Lunar Lavender, which is the Futurism 6, and the Sashimi Sashimi City, which is the Futurism 7. I cannot talk. And then I also picked up the lip gloss that came in this collection, the Lucid Lip. This is the shade Dramatize. And then along with my order, I picked up another highlighter because I've wanted this one for a while. This is Comet Catcher, so I grabbed that as well. Not part of the collection, just something I wanted. So those are all the things that I have. Let's talk about the shipping time, all of that. If you've never ordered from Kaleidos Makeup, they are a Chinese brand. They do ship from China, so shipping does take a while. I did order these when they launched on September 4th, and I received them yesterday, September 25th. So they took about 11 days to arrive. I did pay for expedited shipping, which is why I got mine so quickly. If you do not pay for expedited shipping, it does take around a month to get to you. I did not want to wait a month, so I paid extra. That's the way it goes. All right, so like I said, it does come with a bronzing palette. This is what the outer packaging looks like. It is super cute. I do already have it on my skin. I will insert some clips of me applying it, just because I wasn't thinking. So here we are. Here's what it looks like. It does come with this little slip inside telling you which shade is which. And when you open it up, here it is. So it does have, well, they're calling it a fill shade, but it's more like, you know, like that highlighting shade up top. You have your contour shade here, and then you have your bronze shade here. This contour shade is really nice and cool toned, perfect for my skin tone. I'm going to go ahead and insert some quick clips of me applying it onto my face so you can see how it went. So the contour shade, like I said, is very nice and cool. I love the way it applied onto my skin. It's a really nice, finely milled powder that really just kind of glides on. It didn't pick up my foundation. It didn't skip. It didn't leave any choppiness. I really love the way that it looks on my skin. Next up is that bronzing shade. That bronzing shade, again, applied very nicely. It is not pulling too orange or too red on my skin tone. I really do like the way it looks. My only complaint is I do like a little bit of a shimmery bronzer, and this is not that formula. It is a matte formula, so it is what it is. As far as that highlight shade, I am not one who uses a matte highlight powder. I prefer a highlighter in general. I did, however, apply it down the center of my nose and just underneath my contour to kind of shape things a little bit more. And again, I think it's a very nice powder. It worked out really well, and I am happy with the way it looks on my skin. Now let's talk about the palettes. We will talk about the Lunar Lavender palette first. This is the outer packaging. I think it's super cute. When you open this up, again, it's like a little bit of origami. Here is the palette itself. Absolutely adorable. I think it's just so pretty. I love the color scheme here on the packaging. So, so cute. And like I said, this is the Futurism 6. Go ahead and open this up. It does have, of course, those small mirrors up here on the top. I'm not a fan of those mirrors. I could take them or leave them. And this is the color story maybe here. I do not love these little slips because then you have to keep track of which shade is which. I'd much rather that they just print the name of the shadow on the palette. I will say that my shade Moonroof, which is this shade right here, did come a little bit broken. Nothing terrible. I just kind of smooshed it back in. I think it's a very, very soft shadow, so that did happen. I have watched exactly one person use these on camera, and that would be Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. She had a little bit of problems with this purple shade here, which was Midnight Flora. So I'll be interested to see how that performs with my skin and over my eye primer. So there is the Futurism 6. Let's go ahead and open up the Futurism 7, which is this Sashimi City. Again, super cute packaging on the outside. And we're going to get rid of that little box. These are just so adorable. I love them. And here's the inner packaging. Very, very cute. And let's go ahead and just open this up. And here is what the palette looks like. This is a very neutral palette, not my typical thing, but I was just drawn in by these shimmer shadows. I thought they are absolutely gorgeous. Again, my shade Penthouse, which is this one right here, came a little bit broken. You might actually be able to see it there, so I'm going to have to be very careful with this one and hope that it does not break into smithereens if I ever drop this palette. That shade is a goner. So I'm going to go ahead and insert some swatches, I think, and then we'll go ahead and dive into a look. I'm going to use both of these palettes in a single look today. So here are the swatches, and then we will, like I said, go right into the look. Okay, so clearly as it goes, as far as color stories go, I am much more intrigued by the Lunar Lavender palette, this palette. So I'm probably going to be using mostly the mattes from this palette. And then I do want to use this shade right here from the Sashimi City palette. This is absolutely stunning. It's the shade Pink Ginger, and I am intrigued to say the least. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to kind of get everything set up here in front of myself because I've got kind of a mess here in front of me. I don't know. I have this giant desk and I have so many things on top of it right now that I need to film with that I have no space. Like I said, I'm a mess. All right. Oh, somebody texted me. Who texted me? Okay. All right. Let's get started, shall we? Like I said, I'm kind of a mess. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Lunar Lavender palette, and I'm going to go into the purple shade here. This is the one that gave Annette a little bit of trouble. So I'm going to try using it first before adding any other shadows and see if I have a different effect. I'm just going to pick that up on a Morphe M152, and I think, I think I'm going to do a bit of a halo today. I'm going to go ahead and just, like I said, pick that up. It is a very soft shadow. It picked up very easily on my brush. And I have primed my eyes with MAC Paint Pot. I am just going to start packing it here. I'm going to run it under my eye as well. So it's hard to say. I mean, on first application, I'm getting a nice pigment, but I do think I see a little bit of patchiness happening just right in here. Let's see if that will go away with a little bit of work. And then we'll have to see when I start blending what happens with this shadow. Okay, so I will say that on initial application, I don't see any issues with it when used this way over this particular primer. So we're going to leave that there. We are going to move on to the next shade and we are going to start blending. And that may be where we run into some problems. We shall see. I'm going to go into the shade Wisteria, which is this lighter lavender shade right here. I'm just going to pick that up on my Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush. And we are going to go ahead and start blending the edges here and see what happens. I'm going to take this over the top there where I left it blank before. So this is where I am noticing a little bit of an issue. I'm having some trouble getting that purple to blend out. It's definitely a very harsh line. I'm going to have to go back in and see if we can get it to blend a little bit more. Yeah, so I definitely have a harsh line where that purple is, and I do feel like it's disappearing a little bit right here, which is so weird. So I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that shade on that same brush, and I'm just going to see if I can get it to kind of blend out just a little bit along the edges, and see if I can kind of fix that where it's kind of like disappearing. So I think that's as good as I'm going to get with that purple. Yeah, I see some patchiness right around here. It's really not looking the best. That really is disappointing. And again here, I don't know what to say. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. I was hoping that it was just a fluke, but no. So I think I'm going to try to fix that a little bit. Do I want to use... And just because I want to use a matte from the other palette, I'm going to go into the shade Soy Sauce, which may be a little bit warm toned for, maybe not. I changed my mind. We're not going to use any mattes out of this palette. Sorry, guys. We're going to go in with this shade here, Crater Grove, which is this dark brown shade. It's much more cool toned than the one in the other palette. So I'm just going to pick that up on just, I think I changed my mind. I think I'm going to use this brush. I'm just going to pick that up here. This is just a eye shading brush from Lavish. And I'm just going to pick a little bit of that up and see if we can kind of blend it into this purple maybe. Or maybe we're going to wind up with a complete and total like hot mess. That's not the word I was going to use, but hey, this is a family-friendly channel. Yeah, I feel like that's just making it worse. Alrighty then. Yep, that just made it worse. This is a mess out here. Holy cow. Let's change tactics a little bit and let's go in with a different brush. I'm going to go in with this Sigma, what is this? E45 tapered blending brush, and we are going to pick some more of that brown shade up on there. I'm not a fan, you guys. I don't know what I'm doing here. I have a giant mess on my lids right now. It's a disaster. I don't know if it's fixable. I don't know if it's savable. I don't know. I just don't like that Midnight Flora shade at all. That's terrible. We're going to add a little bit of that dark brown shade here under the lash line, which is like the only place that purple shade doesn't look bad. Yeah, oh my God, what a mess. Okay, it's a mess. It's a mess. I don't love it. I do not recommend. Eeps. Okay, let's see if we can save this with adding some shimmers, because sometimes adding shimmers will just fix everything, right? Right? We're going to use, of course, a little bit of NYX Glitter Primer, because I always use my NYX Glitter Primer. And I am going to pop that all over the lid here. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use kind of a combination of things to try to fix this. I'm going to start with the shade Pink Ginger out of the Sashimi City palette, which is this shade right here. It is so beautiful, like duochrome gorgeousness. I really, really love that. And I'm going to pop that right into the middle. Oh yeah, that is so pretty. Oh my, that is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Oh wow. I'm in love with that shade. Finally, something that makes me happy. Now we're going to go into the shade Moonroof, which is this purple shade here back in the Lavender palette. Using the same brush, I'm just going to flip it over and use the other side. Pick up a bit of that, and we're going to tap this here on the outer and inner portions. And we're going to bring this over that kind of hot mess area as well. Then just going back and forth between the two shades, I'm going to blend them together. I am so glad I'm not filming this on a weekday. This is a mess. It's a mess. These shimmer shadows are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, but they are just not doing what I want them to do as far as blending into each other. I think I'm going to go into a little bit of Dreamscape, which is the lighter lavender shade here. This one here. I'm going to use a little bit of that, and I'm actually just going to pick it up on my finger. And I'm going to use it where the two of those shadows kind of meet. I think it'll be a nice transition in between them. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, yeah, I'm well aware this is not cute. This is not pretty. I am going to see if I can just do some blending here around the outer edges and kind of fix it. I'm just going to take this clean blending brush and we'll just kind of blend around for a little while until I get something that doesn't look like a total disaster. I mean, it's just these outer corners. They just look terrible. Everywhere I put that purple shade is just patchy and a mess. And I don't love it. I'm going to have to go excuse me, I think I'm gonna have to put on a big wing to even attempt to save this look. So let's see, for my inner corner, I think I'm going to use the shade Penthouse because it's the only shimmer that I haven't used. That is, again, this shade right here. I'm just going to pick that up on just a little bitty pencil brush here from Luxie. This is the, what is this? The Luxie 141 Mini Round. And I'm just gonna pop that in the inner corner. That's, again, a very pretty shade. All right, I am not anywhere near happy with this look, but it is what I've got going on. I'm gonna go and add some liner, and I'm gonna finish up my face makeup because I haven't done that yet. And then we shall see if I can save it. We shall see. I'm not, I'm sorry. It's a mess. It's a mess. So here is everything all together. All right, I don't know, you guys. So I did use the Lucid Lip Gloss. This is the shade Dramatize. Like I said, it's a really nice formula. It feels really comfortable on the lip, more like a lip oil, which I really, really appreciate. It is not sticky at all. I did just throw it over the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner Pencil in the shade Vivid, which is just a purple pencil. And it's fine. But again, I really do like the formula of this. I think it's really nice. So I'm going to have to try it on its own, and I'm going to have to try it over some other lipsticks and see what I think. But the formula, like I said, does feel very nice. I did go ahead and use the shade Comet Catcher for my highlighter today. It is so pretty. It is that really gorgeous kind of pinky violet shade, which I just love in a highlighter. It's like my favorite all-time highlighting shade. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And as far as the contour palette it goes, I really do like this. I think the formula on this is very smooth. It applied so beautifully even to my skin, and I really like the effect that it gives. It's really, really nice. This contour shade here in the center is gorgeous on my skin tone. I am really, really happy with how cool toned it is. It doesn't pull warm at all, which is so unusual for me. The eyeshadows. Yikes, you guys. Okay, so first of all, I have to say the shimmers are beautiful. This shimmer shade here, what is this called? What is it called? Pink Ginger. This one here is so pretty. I really, really love that, and I want to use that some more. That is absolutely stunning. Obviously, I have no opinion on the mattes in the Sashimi City palette because I haven't used any of those yet. But as far as this Lunar Lavender palette, I am so, so disappointed in this palette. That Midnight Flora, this purple shade, is just, it's disappointing to say the least. It is so, so bad. I cannot believe how patchy that shadow is. It is not good. And without that shadow, you're kind of left with nothing. I mean, honestly, I mean, these two, again, these shimmers, beautiful. I cannot wait to play with those some more because they are really, really beautiful, and I do want to play with those. But otherwise, you're just left with this, you know, kind of cooler toned brown, this deeper cool toned brown, and this light lavender, which isn't very interesting at all. This is the shade that really kind of adds the interest to this palette as far as mattes go, and it's bad. It's just not good. So I'm really, really sad and disappointed in this palette. I really am. I do want to go ahead and do another video using both of these palettes, probably a two looks, two palette video. So let me know down below if you're interested in seeing that. But yeah, I'm probably going to use them that way anyway, so I probably just film it. But let me know if you're interested in watching that, because if you're not interested, I know these have been out for a while now, but they're probably just starting to arrive in people's houses. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you want me to do that. If you do, I can. And I think that's all I have to say, other than I'm sad. I don't love the look that I did today. I am not really happy with it. The only thing that keeps it from being a complete and utter, like, failure is the giant wing, which I didn't execute beautifully anyways, so it is what it is. I think I'm gonna go and wipe this off. I do have another video I want to film, and I'd rather not film it looking like this. So yeah. I think that's everything. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, please don't forget to hit that like button down below. While you're there, scooch on over, hit subscribe. Next to subscribe is that bell. If you ring that bell, you should be notified of all of my uploads. And of course, you can find me on Instagram at @SeeMyBliss_beauty. If you leave your house today, please don't forget to wear your mask, wash your hands, be kind to your friends, be kind to your neighbors, be kind to your family, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!